Hello and welcome to our Energy Connect studio at ADIPEC 2023. I'm delighted I'm sitting with me in the studio, Roberta Santana, Product Champion for Digital and PDC SLB. Roberta, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Why is dull conditioning data so important for drilling analysis?
So my entire career, I have been developing drill bits, and there is one specific understanding that it has to be done every time that we use a drill bit, that is to observe the condition that comes out of the hole. Everybody knows how to drill a well, but every well has its own characteristics. And the damages that the PDC cutters save from this interaction with the rock, that's exactly what we're looking whenever we do the dull grading. But dull grading itself has been in the industry for decades, and everybody knows how to do it. But the problem is everybody actually doing it right? And we have been missing this piece of information that is so critical for the development of products and the definition where we're going forward in terms of technology and resources that we have been missing for decades as well. So dull grading has been there, everybody knows how to do it, but if it's done properly, it's a big question mark. And we need to have this information well captured if we want to advance in terms of technology on how our products are actually performing.
It's really interesting, Roberta. And how does SnapScan integrate into the current industry demand for big data utilization?
So that's a very good question, because every PDC drill bit has several cutters. So the smallest drill bit PDC is going to have a few dozens of cutters. And each one of those cutters, they record or they come out of the well with a piece of history on what happened downhole. We don't have cameras downhole. We don't have that sort of information, that clarity of information on how the interactions come. It comes from the rock and PDC relationship, let's put it this way. So the dull grading is our first step to acquire this information, but how we actually store it, like I mentioned just a few seconds ago. Before SnapScan, there was no huge database of this information, or there was no specific tentative to store properly, and how to utilize this information to define the next move. The agility, the accuracy, and the consistency. I think the key word of the entire digital transformation that we go into is consistency on how to deliver performance on the very next well. So for the last 5 years, we have been acquiring thousands of bits and millions of cutter information. So our artificial intelligence mechanism recognizes what a PDC cutter is in the drill bit, and the machine learning defines the damage and store properly this information that is critical for our next decision.
And, can I ask, what's the current size of the database that have you been collecting for the last couple of years?
So every day, I'm outdated because we're collecting data every day. So as of yesterday, we were about 26,000 bits in our system and a little more than 2 million cutters collected. And we're just getting larger. Today, the system is implemented worldwide. We have been using in our facilities for a few years, but for the last 2 months, it has been available for everybody in their own phones everywhere in the world. So I'm pleased to have everybody collecting data and expanding this database as well.
Where are you collecting the data? I mean, you said globally, so locations around the world, countries, and all feeding into this application then?
Yes, absolutely. So about 5 years ago, we started collecting this information inside our facilities to understand how our products were performing. But about 2 years ago, we understood that we had a solution in our hands. It was a solution for us internally. So why not should drop in the industry a solution that could drive efficiency in general? We are proud to have the technology and we're proud to have the solution. But the moment that we allow anyone to have the same tool, the same capability on their phones, we are creating awareness. We're letting the industry to be more efficient. It's a win-win. And like I said, we are very proud of the technology, but we're also very proud to be the first ones to deliver this type of tool. And it's easy. It's in their smartphone. We don't need to deliver hardware. We don't need to develop lenses and software in the background. It's an app. It's on the phone. And it is global, not only in our facilities, but it can be utilized in every single drill rig in the world.
How do you feel this application then, brings, you mentioned efficiency, but how does it make, operations more efficient or maybe hitting some net zero targets?
Absolutely. So I'm glad you said that it sounds easy. So that's one of our targets, to make the technology look easy. Everybody knows how to operate a phone, and everybody wants to utilize an application without having to go through long tutorials or it is very straightforward, it's very friendly, and that's one of our goals. But don't be naive. The back end, the coding, and the complexity, it's hidden from the users because that's exactly what we wanted to do. But there is a large scale of development to make this tool look easy, to deliver this user journey the most simplistic way. So once you have this information and driving agility and consistency, it's a lot more simple for the operators to understand how they're drilling, if they're choosing the right parameters, if they're choosing the right products. So the very next well can drill faster, can drill safer, they can save in drilling hours, they can save in how their resources are being utilized. So in well construction, we are proud to deliver good products that goes along with our sustainability goals in terms of a product development itself, but it's also better when we can help our clients to deliver the sustainability goals as well. So our goal to net zero is exactly improving performance, so the emissions in the drilling side drop by being more efficient, or they trusting better on the technology they are putting down low, so they can manage everything surface and subsurface on a more meaningful way.
Yes, and I just want to touch on that, performance. So I mean, now you've had the data running, and you can specifically see how SnapScan is, impacting drilling performance. Then.
Yes, exactly. The simplicity of the app supports the simplicity or the way that we can take decisions more straightforward. There is no necessity to hide this information in very complex graphs or hard to look for Power BIs. It needs to be simple to drive our decision. If we feel comfortable on taking the next step, the efficiency is going to be embedded. I know that it sounds like a bunch of buzzwords: efficiency, recognition, and performance, but that's where we are. I'm proud to be a drill bits expert, but we are also proud to be looking at solutions beyond the product, beyond the grade of the diamond, beyond the material that the drill bits are building to, more into which information we're collecting from and how we're delivering that to the hands of the clients on an easy aspect. No one wants to have a very complex screen to look. Everybody wants to do their jobs well done, quick and easy, and feeling good about that.
It's really interesting to hear, Roberta. And quickly, just before we go, I assume you said you've opened up about 2 years ago. So has the uptake been quite strong from your clients, people we're working with?
Yes, absolutely. The excitement globally started recently. Everybody has an app, but I don't think that everybody understands the complexity to put an app to the market. So we first released US and Canada about 9 months ago. So it has been in the market for those locations for about 9 months, but for 6 weeks has been global. So the uptake is strong, it's impressive, and the feedback is coming in high waves, I would say. And any feedback from the industry is appreciated, because in the end of the day, it's us delivering what drives solution to the market. And feedbacks and understanding exactly what the user wants to see is key for all of us.
Great, Roberta. Well, that's really great to hear, and I'm sure it's just going to grow in interest and more data flowing in.
Yes, our objective, my ambition is to have the app be used in every single drill rig, because the capability is there. So it is an application that works online and offline. So in case the drilling location does not have connectivity, which is a restriction, it is capable on being used as well. Some locations require some HSE perspectives in terms of explosion-proof cases, but every fund is super easy to find explosion-proof case for funds. So in terms of HSE, there is no risk in having a device. I know that every location that have their own utilization of devices, and we respect them. And that's the purpose. Hear them out, have that in every drilling rig, understand each location restriction, so we can better develop to the solution that is already active. The AI and the machine learning are available, but in terms of the user experience and the user journey, it's best to have this feedback coming to us as soon as possible. So yes, it's global. I hope every drill rig starts using very soon, so we can better understand how to deliver a solution.
Great. Look forward to hearing more about that.
Absolutely.
Next time. Just want to thank you for coming down to the Energy Connect studio.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thanks everyone for watching, and I look forward to bringing more studio interviews from the show floor in the coming days.